Here's the truth about RV Internet. One great setup turns "maybe we can stream tonight" into "yep, fire up Netflix, upload that drone footage, and join the Zoom." In this countdown, the best RV Wi-Fi options are ranked from good to jaw-dropping, with real-world pros and cons, tested style insights, and a clear winner that makes boondocking feel like downtown fiber. Number 5. TP-Link Ultra Portable Wi-Fi 6 AX1500. This little AX1500 travel router is the throw-in-the-go bag and forget-it kind of tool. Dual-band Wi-Fi 6, up to 1201 megs on 5 GHz and 300 Mbps on 2.4 GHz, and a surprisingly capable multi-mode brain for hotels, campgrounds, and tethering days. In real RV use, it shines when taking a flaky campground portal and turning it into a stable private network. Thanks to captive portal handling and the router, AP repeater, client, USB tethering modes. What stands out is how flexible it is. Plug a phone via USB-C and share cellular, or hang a 3G, 4G USB modem, or just repeat the park Wi-Fi and keep all devices pre-authenticated to the TP-Link SSID so they reconnect automatically, exactly what's needed on a travel day. The 2 gigabit ports bail out laptops or TVs that behave better on Ethernet than Wi-Fi. Security-wise, it supports OpenVPN and WireGuard, which is rare at this price/size, and WPA3 for the local network, comforting when jumping onto random campground infrastructure. In testing, that meant safely accessing banking and work dashboards without relying on an unknown access point. Now, there are limits. The AX1500 radio is quick, but the 2.4 GHz side tops at 300 Mbps, Wi-Fi 4 on that band, and the SoC isn't disclosed. Under heavy VPN throughput and multiple streams, the router can feel like it's breathing through a straw compared to beefier travel units. Long story short, perfect for light to moderate RV loads, but not a powerhouse for big families hammering 4K, gaming, and work calls simultaneously. Number 4. GL.iNet GL.MT3000 Beryl AX. The Beryl AX takes the travel router concept and cranks it with AX3000 Wi-Fi 6 radios, 574 member on 2.4 GHz, and a speedy 2400 2-member sex on 5 GHz, plus a modern MT7981B dual-core processor. In practice, that meant noticeably smoother multi-device streaming than smaller travel units, and better range inside an RV with lots of reflective surfaces and interference. OpenWR 21.02 under the hood turns this into a tinkerer's dream. VPN client server for both OpenVPN and WireGuard, policy-based routing, DNS over HTTPS TLS, and plug-in flexibility. On the road, that translated into running a WireGuard tunnel at 300 Mbps while segregating work traffic through VPN and leaving streaming direct, clean, controllable, and fast. It also brings a 5G multi-gig WAN and gigabit LAN, handy when docking at a site with reliable Ethernet or chaining to a 5G modem with multi-gig out. File sharing via USB 3.0 is genuinely useful for camera dumps on travel days. The hardware balance feels premium for a pocket router. But it still isn't a cellular router by itself. Like the TP-Link, it shines as the RV network core, but needs upstream internet, campground Wi-Fi, phone tethering, or an external modem. If cellular first is the mission, this is the brain, not the radio. And power draw thermals can rise under sustained VPN and high bandwidth Wi-Fi 6 loads in hot rigs, meaning ventilation matters. If those caveats are okay, the Beryl AX feels like a serious step up from bare-bones travel routers, faster radios, stronger VPN, and friendlier power users tooling, making it an awesome router of routers in an RV stack. 3. GL.iNet GL3600 Slate 7. Jumping to Wi-Fi 7 in a travel form factor is a big deal. The Slate 7 pushes 688 Mbps on 2.4 GHz and 2882 Mbps on 5 GHz 211BE capability, driven by a Qualcomm quad-core and 1 GB RAM. In the RV, that meant buttery LAN performance for NAS streaming, fast campsite file backups, and snappy handoffs across devices. The latency felt tight, even with several 4K streams. It has dual 2.5G capable Ethernet, a USB 3.0 port, and foldable external antennas, which is rare at this size. The combo delivers a genuine mobile command feel when chained to a 5G modem or Starlink. The optional touchscreen control panel and quick QR provisioning smooth out setup when friends hop on the network. OpenVPN, WireGuard, and even privacy tools like AdGuard and Tor are first-class citizens here. In testing, WireGuard speeds sat where they should for the class, with policy routing to keep streaming unconstrained while the work laptop rode a locked tunnel. It felt like a pro travel router rather than a travel gadget. The reality, like numbers 5 and 4, Slate 7 is a router, not a cellular endpoint. The magic shows when paired with a strong upstream like a 5G NR modem or Starlink. Still, the Wi-Fi 7 headroom future-proofs the landside and makes mesh expansions quicker if needed. If the RV setup includes cameras, local plex, or multi-gig handoffs, this is where Wi-Fi starts feeling wired, low jitter, high concurrency, and fewer bottlenecks between devices and WAN. 2. GL.iNet GLX3000 Spitz AX. Here's where things get exciting for RVers who move a lot. The Spitz AX is a Wi-Fi 6 cellular gateway with 5G NR, dual SIM, 6 external antennas, and multi-WAN with load balancing and failover, built explicitly for remote reliability. In the field, that meant staying online across patchy corridors by prioritizing the better SIM and falling back to the other or to WAN repeater when needed. Speeds are strong for a mobile gateway, 574 Mbps on 2.4 GHz, 2402 MHz on 5 GHz, with WireGuard around 300 Mbps and OpenVPN around 150 Mbps, right in line with expectations. For remote work, video calls held steady while a second device pushed uploads through VPN without choking the LAN. The antenna story is a big reason this ranks so high. 6 antennas, including 5G with GPS support and Wi-Fi 6, plus the freedom to add external antennas to optimize for the region and band. In practice, clamping on higher gain antennas at tough camps made the difference between marginal and usable 5G, especially on bands N41, N77, and 78. OpenWRT with policy routing, VPN client server, and multi-WAN rules makes it feel like a rolling branch office. Failover from cellular to park Wi-Fi or Ethernet with priority logic keeps streams alive. For creators, uploading from the road without babysitting the connection is a breath of fresh air. If there's a nit, it's power and complexity. This is a real gateway, so plan clean 12-volt USB-C power and spend time tuning SIM priorities and bands for best results. 1. Starlink Mini Kit. Okay, this is the freedom upgrade. Starlink Mini is a compact, IP67 rated electronic phased array dish that fits in a backpack, pulls 25 to 40 watts on average, and brings low latency broadband to places where cellular taps out. In testing, it felt like flipping a switch. The campsite goes from offline to genuinely online, with video calls, 4K streaming, and big uploads feeling normal. The kit includes the mini antenna with integrated Wi-Fi 5 router, kickstand, a 15-meter cable, and a power supply, with a 110 degrees field of view and software-assisted manual orientation that's faster than it sounds once the muscle memory kicks in. The unit is rated from -30 degrees to 50 degrees Celsius, shrugging off wind and even melting snow up to 25 millimeters per hour, overbuilt for life on the road. Coverage from the integrated router reaches up to roughly 1,200 square feet, with dual-band 3x3 mu-MIMO and a latching Ethernet LAN port, and it's mesh-compatible with Starlink's own mesh system if extending inside a big rig or annex. For creators, that Ethernet handoff to a Wi-Fi 6/7 router like the Slate 7 or Spitz AX avoids LAN bottlenecks and lets the dish focus on the sky. Power is sane for boondocking, POWIN 12 to 48 volt input at 60 watt, and USB PD 100 watt capability with the proper cable, and the dish weight is 1.1 to 1.53 kilograms depending on setup. In real days off-grid, a modest solar setup handled mini plus a laptop router combo without drama. The portability and pack-flat design make it viable for quick overnights, not just long stays. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.